What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today, we're going to talk about 5 things you need as a content creator that no one is talking about. So these are kind of unsexy tools and toys. If you're going into videography, you should own. Unfortunately, these things aren't cool enough to get review videos and stuff from your favorite YouTubers because I don't know. They're just not cool enough to get reviewed or talked about. However, I don't understand how they survive without these items. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? If this is your first time on this channel is for content creators that like to turn their passion into profit. If you're here to learn how to make images better and add LUTs and all that good stuff, this ain't the place. But if you want to learn how to get that bag, how to turn your passion into profit, this is definitely the channel you want to be on. My name is Ty. I'm a former Army combat photographer. Today, I want to talk about 5 things that, videographers should have that they don't talk about. Today, we're going to start with number 5. Number 5 is simple. I spoke about it before. It is the Spyder. You can get the Spyder 5 or the Spyder monitor calibrator. Let's talk about this because I know I was talking about it earlier. It wasn't on the list, but I had a good conversation with a friend of mine, and I was like, let me add that to the list because I think people need to know. A data color Spyder X Pro. Let's talk about that. A good friend of mine brought up a good point, and I feel like a lot of people don't know. A lot of people are used to X-right checkers, or they're used to the color or gray cards that they use to properly white balance their footage, right? White balancing your footage and getting proper color on your footage is very important. And that is something you should be doing on all shoots. However, a Spyder X Pro allows you to calibrate your monitor so that the colors are accurate. Your monitor is not designed for accuracy right now. Apples are usually very close, but they never stay that way. You're supposed to check it every six months to a year. And your monitor coming for, if it's a gaming monitor, whatever monitor you bought, unless it was a color grading monitor that's designed for color accuracy, it's probably not accurate. This is very important if you're doing video, you're working with product, you're doing product photography. This is very important in any world where color accuracy is important. You're doing real estate photography, real estate video. Color accuracy is very important. I can't tell you how many people have handed me stuff and the colors were not accurate. In their mind, in their monitor, in their world, they delivered an accurate product. However, unless you're really good at reading scopes, you're really good at understanding how to measure color, your color is going to be off. So you need to either have an expensive color grading monitor, or you need to calibrate the monitor you have to the best of its ability. Trust me, the first time you connect this thing to your computer and it runs the report and do everything and it suggests a profile to make your colors accurate and you go back and forth, you're going to be blown away. It will make you feel really dumb. And listen, let me be clear. It don't have to be this particular brand. This is the brand that I like. And this goes with anything I talk about today. It's a cheap tool that can help you provide a higher quality image to your client. Everybody want to throw LUTs and mix and all. Listen, it don't matter if you throwing LUTs and all of that, you color grading and all of that. It don't matter if the original image is not accurate. It don't matter how much white balancing or how much raw you're shooting if the image that you're seeing is not accurate. And it's hard to be creative with any image or photo if you're not starting with an accurate image. Now, I want to say this one more time. This is completely different than using a X Pro color checker on screen. This is completely different than that. That's helping you with the image that your camera provides. This is helping you with calibrating what your monitor shows. Number 4 is something that I talk about in the master course as well, but we're going to share it here. And that's a collapsible cart. This thing I call the back saver. It is one of my favorite tools I ever had in my life, period. When I'm going from my van to working with a client, it is a lifesaver. And I can put like 3 seahorse cases in that. So I'm not rolling multiple cases. I can put in multiple cases. I can roll it. The wheels are heavy duty. They go on grass. And I'm usually looking for any type of handicap ramp to go into. When you're dealing with corporate and you're going through business and buildings and elevators, you don't want to have 20 cases rolling. The back saver is what I call it. I don't understand how other content creators aren't talking about owning one of these. I don't get it. I don't get it. Don't tell me what's in your camera bag. First of all, you shouldn't even be showing up to a shoot with just a camera bag. You're not bringing lighting. You're not bringing diffusers. I don't understand how you're going up to a shoot on the 14th floor and you got 3 light stands or 3 C-stands, sandbags, 2 cases, and a backpack. That cart is what you need to get up there in one trip. Let's go with number 3. And it's one of my favorite things. I was just looking through a drawer yesterday and I don't see many people talking about these. But what these are the small rig seamless focus rings. They're pretty cheap, y'all. These focus rings are like $10. You put them on all of your photography glass so that you can use a follow focus with it. Don't go out and spend all this money to get your same glass rehoused. For what? 18 to 35, brand new is like $8.99. You can get one used for about $500. To get it rehoused in a video housing, it's like $3,200. Why? So that you can look more cinematic. The image quality is the exact same. Get one of these seamless follow focus and then use it with your follow focus system, whether it be wireless or not. These things are lifesavers and they're $10. This one's going to shock you. Let's talk about number 2. And a lot of people didn't talk about it. A metal storage cabinet with locking doors. Well, that's weird, Ty. Why? A metal storage cabinet with locking doors. I have 4 of them in my house. Why is this important? I keep it in my house because this is where I keep all of my gear. When I have people over, when I have parties, I have whatever, nothing walks out the door. I keep all of my stuff in my cabinets. If I go out of town, my stuff's locked up. It's secure. This is a home security thing. I keep my items organized. They have the rubber padding on the bottom of the drawer so everything's in a nice place and I can lock everything. And if you get some of the higher end ones, you can also install, power stations that you can plug up items so that you can charge your devices inside the case. Last but not least, I'm going to talk about a brand, but you don't have to use this brand. This particular one is the Westcott Scrim Jim Center. It's a 4x4. Let me talk about this real quick because when it comes to light diffusion, I don't know why light diffusion don't get no love, bro. If you're shooting in direct sunlight, you're doing it wrong. I use 2 C-stands to hold it up to soften the sunlight. You would be surprised at how much better your outdoor footage looks. Just perfect outdoor footage if you have the right diffusion. This is the best thing you can ever buy. Now, a lot of you have those reflectors that are black on one side, silver on the other. You can unzip it. Inside, you know that white thing they give you? That's what that is. You probably have never used it. You're like, oh, I guess this hold the fabric. No, that white clear silk is for sunlight. Let me tell you where else this really, really helps that people don't talk about. And if you don't have the experience of really filming for businesses, you would never know. Indoors in really badly mixed fluorescent lighting. If I put this up above them, it helps diffuse and mix that light together so that I can get a better white balance. That comes from being in an office learner. You're not going to read that in the book. Nobody's going to tell you that who's never experienced that. Nobody who haven't had a camera that was good enough to say, man, these lights are kind of purple. These lights are kind of blue. It's not looking good. It's meshing with my skin tone. If I put this scrim up, if I put this diffuser up, it'll blend those lights in a way that allows me to get a more accurate white balance so that I can get my bicolor lights or my RGB lights and match that color and then set my white balance to that color and get much better skin tones indoors. It is a lifesaver. Now you can buy these in any shapes or size. I like to get them on stands like this so that I can clamp them with my C-stand arms. That's why you want to get just more than just a material. You want something that has a frame to it so that you can clamp it in your light stands or something. I have so many of them, it's not even funny. They're like $20 a pop. You need to have a minimum of 3. So anytime you're in a place where, like I said, sunlight is the #1 use for it. I never shoot outdoors without that. I don't care if the sun's behind them, on the side of them. If you go outside with this at 12 in the afternoon and you put them in that shade, you will get perfect lighting. You can also use these in front of your lights to diffuse them more, to make them softer. But those are 5 things that, they're just not talking about it. Hey, keep in mind that the video you just watched contains clips from a longer lecture that's available to our gold members at flashfilmacademy.com. You can go to flashfilmacademy.com to watch the complete lectures if you want to get all the gems and all the information, or you can stay on the channel and continue watching some of our content here. Just click one of those boxes somewhere around here. Just, yeah, you know where to go. Right up in here, somewhere, wherever it pops up, you know what to do. You got this.